I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item on the agenda is number 3, approve agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 3. Second, Mr. Chairman.
Moved and seconded. Are there any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 3 carries. Item 4, approve previous meeting minutes. I would say that.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions on the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 4 carries. Item 5, approve drainage claims. I have 2 today. One is for DD 323, Roland, Section 13. It's a plug tile turned in by the city of Callender. And the second one is DD 181, Roland, Section 12. And it is a plug tile at the corner of Thomas and Margaret Street, also turned in by the city of Callender. And that's all I have today. I need a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I motion we approve the drainage claims.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Are there any comments or discussions on the claims? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 5 carries. Item 6, receive and place on file step increase for Joni Heffley, office manager, from $33,383 to $36,300 annually, effective May 2nd, 2017, per Conservation Department salary from the Webster County Conservation Board.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we move on item number 6.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Any comments or questions on this? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 6 carries. Item 7, receive and place on file salary step increase for Brad Jansen, park ranger, from $46,671 to $48,616, effective May 15, 2017, per conservation salary from the Webster County Conservation Board.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 7. I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 7 carries. Item 8, receive and place on file increase for Officer Emily Johnson from $16.11 to $16.44 per hour, effective April 28th. That's a typo in the minute, or in the agenda. 2017, per recommendation from Steve Elfridge, Jail Administrator.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we approve item number 8.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 8 carries. Item 9, receive and place on file salary adjustment for Shelley Napier from $16.77 to $18.01 per hour pursuant to the clerk's contract effective April 14th, 2017, per recommendation of Jennifer Benson, Webster County Attorney.
Mr. Chairman, I motion we approve item number 9. I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 9 carries. Item 10, receive and place on file employment of Trinity Lewis, Environmental Health Officer, effective April 12, 2017, at a rate of $24 per hour, per recommendation of Carrie Prescott, Director of Public Health.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we move on item number 10.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Are there any comments or questions on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 10 carries. Item 11, receive and place on file resignation of Jesse Kettenecker, I-STAR Coordinator, effective April 14th, 2017, per recommendation of Ken Hayes, Community Services Administrator.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 11. Second, Mr. Chairman.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 11 carries. Item 12, approve contract Cost Advisory Services, Inc. to develop annual central service cost allocation plans for outside funding sources.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve item number 12.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Doreen, do you
just for cost recovery on, the CSRU and the DHS. They go in and determine what our cost should be, and then they pay us back. So it's our reimbursement costs.
Any questions from anybody on that? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 12 carries. Item 13, approved purchase of water software for the bank building.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to approve item number 13.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. This is for a water softener replacement for the bank building. Doug Vincent has solicited bids. We have received 3 bids for the project. The first bid is from Riley Armstrong in the amount of $4,921.25. The next bid is from Elite Soft Water. That is an amount of $5,879. And the third bid is from Mid-States. For the bid is for $6,080. Do you want to do any explanation on the units? There's a little bit of variation on each unit. They're all, I believe, size-wise adequate for the property. Mid-States is a little higher, but I think it's a dual tank unit.
Correct.
Which possibly gives you more soft water continuously. If it's regenerating one tank, it will switch over to the other tank. But the other 2 bids also explained to Doug, and correct me if I'm wrong, that they don't totally shut off the soft water. You're still getting some soft water as they regenerate, but just maybe a little murky.
Correct.
So that was a concern. This unit primarily is in place to soften the water for our air conditioning units, which saves the life on those, right?
And then it also supplies the domestic for the entire building.
For that too, but mostly we're concerned about keeping the air conditioning running, right? So, any questions on these bids from anybody?
Doug, what's your recommendation?
I say that go with a little bit. They're all more than what we need. I mean, more than what we have now. The one that we have now is undersized.
Okay. And just to clarify, that low bid is from Riley Armstrong in the amount of $4,921.25. So I'll look for a motion on that.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we take delivery of Riley Armstrong.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Been moved and seconded. Are there any other comments or questions on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 13 carries with Riley Armstrong getting the bid. Item 14, approve and authorize chair to sign large group application with Delta Dental of Iowa effective July 1st, 2017.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 14.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded. I don't see Amy here, but basically we are offering a Delta dental plan to the county employees starting July 1st. This is no cost to the county. It's just offering, like we have vision also, that the employee can basically get in a group and get fairly reasonable rates on dental health. Any questions other than that? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 14 carries. Item 15, approved Class C commercial liquor license for Webster County Agricultural Association.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve item number 15.
Been moved and seconded. Are everything in order? Do they have their insurance and everything?
Yes.
Everything's in? Any
Yeah,
other?
shops and places.
Grab shop, okay. Anything else, any questions from the public? See none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 15 carries. Item 16, approved Class C native wine liquor license for Soldier Creek Winery.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to approve item 16.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Triumph and everything line for this one. Any questions from the board or the public? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 16 carries. Item 17, approved Class B beer liquor license for Harlan Rogers Sports Complex.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we act on item number 17.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Same questions for you?
Everything's in place.
Okay. receive and place on file Webster County Sheriff's Office quarterly report.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move item 18. Second, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded. Sheriff, any details on this?
Give you a quick overview of it, I guess, and most of you have it. Like I say, it's nice to have the sheriff's department right after all the liquor permits. All right, our fees that we took in the last quarter were sheriff's mileage fees collected. Those are basically the mileage fees to serve civil papers, $6,451.87. County fees, same thing, other than the mileage, but to serve those papers, $9,911.85. Miscellaneous fees, getting a garnishment, sheriff sales, all of that, $77,329.60. Weapons permits, again, are up $11,300, and our permit cards are $2,808, for a total of $107,873.32. And a check was sent back to the treasurer for $9,911.85. Because the garnishments and the sheriff's sale don't go back to the treasurer, they're dispersed out.
Quick question, I know the legislature talked with some gun bills about taking over the gun permits or whatever, and I think you told me the other day that we're keeping them, so.
It looks like in the bill that's, the governor still needs to sign, it looks like we will keep producing the permits to their template. So, which is good.
Which is good for the county.
Yeah.
Not only financially,
But we just have, as I see it right now, unless something will change, we just have to add that it's not valid if you're intoxicated. So that would be about the only thing. And then there are some things because of the privacy rules on that, an address or something like that may be on there. If they are, some permits have one, some don't. But some of that's not public record anymore, or won't be.
all right, well, good, I think it's good that we keep it from them. Actually, the state did grab the revenue.
Well, yeah, it's $2,800 this last quarter.
Okay, very good. Any other questions on his report? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item 18 carries. Item 19, Jared Cheesy, ISU Extension Update on Outreach Programs. Welcome, Jared.
Good morning. I brought with me Linda Klein. Linda is our Webster County Program Coordinator. And so she's got a packet of materials, but I want to thank the board for giving us a few minutes here just to give an update on what I would say University Extension Outreach is doing in Webster County. I serve as a regional director for Extension. So I have responsibilities in Webster, Wright, Hamilton, and Humboldt counties, along with interim responsibilities of Warren County. So how does Warren fit into my four-county region? But so I'm going to go ahead and have Linda give some information on the local stakeholders reports, some programs that she's got coming, and then I'll finish with a project that we have going entitled the Land Grant Legacy Projects.
So I've been the program coordinator for about 6 months. You might know that I was a 4-H person for 20 years and survived that, thought I needed a different career and whatever, and go out and promote our different programs that we have in Extension. We have family life people, we have money management people, we have agriculture, we have 4-H people, and we just need to be out to the community and hiring those people again. And that's what I've been doing, is networking with the small towns and the different organizations here in town. And just to let you know some things about Extension and Outreach, did you know that 1 million people directly benefit from our programs each year? That's about 1 in 3 Iowans. Or about 100,000 4-H youth are building skills for college and career readiness, and that's about 20% of all kids in K through 12. Or we support online courses for 50,000 users, and this came from somebody from Iowa State, so that nearly filled Jack Trice Stadium. And then there were 16,000 volunteers that partner with us, and then locally we have 9 extension council members that are elected, and over the whole state there's over 900 of them serving the county and figuring out the budgets. And so with our Building Strong Iowa, we had in our county last year, I had taken kids on the Washington DC trip. We had 25 local kids go on that. Our agronomy in the field, Angie Heinz-Rick. She had done programs for 6 months teaching women about nitrogen, water quality. It was an online course that anybody from the state could do, and she would do it from our office. And those women programs are really good because sometimes those women get intimidated by having a man learning about those egg programs. So those are really good. We're learning at Smeltzer Learning Farm near Otho, and we had beekeeping last year that Yvonne McCormick had. I know she had like 45 in the class sometimes, so beekeeping is very one of the hot topics going on here in Webster County. Our Strengthening Families program for parents and kids 10 through 14, that's targeted for those 6th graders. And Sherry Shield is in charge of that, and she did a good job with that. And about, let's see, 1,000 families have participated in since 2002, so they're going to have the 15-year celebration coming up in May, and that was one good thing they did. So, you know, we've always got different programs going on. I included Jerry in my card. We are having a lunch and learn session at Extension Week next week, and so come stump the extension specialist or just learn about extension. That's in our office. And I put in the Iowa State, the annual review. We're doing a Ready, Set, Retire. Mark Wallen is doing that in partnership with a lot of different groups here in town, including Elder Bridge and our RSVP groups. We're having some lunches and learn for Money Smart Week next week too, or the week after. And Money Smart Week teaches the public about how to budget their money or retirement or the scamming and stuff. And so we've been partnering with different bankers and things here in town that I included for that. And then just different programs that I had this year. A couple of weeks ago, we did a grant writing workshop, and there was 29 participants. That means 29 nonprofit groups and food pantry groups, and the small cities came to that workshop. Because I saw a lot of people that work in the small towns, and they wanted to learn about how to write grants so they can get funds for their, you know, whatever endeavor they're working on. So that helped them, and hopefully they're able to feel comfortable writing those grants. And we have specialists come down from Spencer for that. And we've had some finances for caregivers. That's for those people who are taking care of their loved ones, and how does somebody else manage that person's money? Or we had wanted a powerful tools for caregiving, a program for if you're taking care of somebody with Alzheimer's or whatever, that person gets stressed, and we wanted to provide training for that person. So we're always trying to partner with different people here in the community and the whole county. And any questions or anything? Jerry, what do you have to?
As far as you can see that extension has become more than agriculture and the youth program of 4-H. And so we also, the uniqueness of this local office is that they are also the host of the Small Business Development Center for North Iowa. And so we're the only office in the state that actually serves as a host for SBDC. So the only other thing that I wanted to draw your attention to, there's a map of Webster County with some little squares on it in your packet. And this is what we're calling the land grant legacy. And so Webster County has the uniqueness that, and Nick, I think allowed that maybe you know the Francois. Do you know James and Susan Francois? Is that in your neck of the woods, perhaps?
I don't know personally. No.
Okay.
Shake your head, yes.
Yes.
Your area.
Yeah. So here's the uniqueness of that piece of property that they own. So Iowa State went ahead and identified where the first tracts of land that were given from the U.S. government to the state of Iowa to be leased or sold to raise funds for the land grant university. And so many times, Bob, if I ask people, where is the land that the U.S. government gave to Iowa to start Iowa State University, many people say it's in Story County. There is not an acre that was leased or sold in Story County to start Iowa State. So it's in 27 counties of northwest Iowa. And so at that time, the Morrill Act of 1862, President Lincoln signed that, and it gave 30,000 acres per federal legislator at the time and Iowa had 7 at the time, so roughly 210,000 acres given to the state of Iowa. That land was to be leased or sold. Some was leased as little as 75 cents to 90 cents an acre at the time, or sold at $2.50 to $3 an acre at the time. And what's unique about the Frank Coy piece of ground is that's the first in Webster County. Iowa was the first state to accept the Morrill Act to start a land-grant university. So that makes the Frank Coy piece also the first in Iowa, which also then, since Iowa was the first, it makes it the first piece of ground that was leased or sold to start the cooperative extension service in the United States. And so I had an opportunity to visit with James and Susan about that, and we actually did a little video with them, and so that's the history lesson of today. And so the rest of those squares, you'll notice that they're still red in color, and that means that we need to reach out to those landowners and help them identify and validate that that piece of property was part of the land grant mission. The other uniqueness of Northwest Iowa is the fact that research has found that 25 other states, most of them on the eastern side of the Mississippi River, their land is also in Iowa to raise funds to start their own land grant university. But before we do much with those other states, we need to work with our local owners to go ahead and help them validate. So that's the history lesson of the day, but we appreciate the opportunity to come in this morning and talk a little bit about what Iowa State University Extension Outreach is doing in Webster County. So,
Well, thank you. That's, yeah, it's a lot of people don't realize what the extension does out there in that page one. It isn't just farmers. I mean,
That's
there's, you know, the small business thing out there is great. And part of the history lesson, my great-great-grandfather was the land agent then here. So, it's not that anybody cares that, but it would have been that land agent that did all of that.
well, and you'll notice that all those tracts of land were actually either close to water or they were close to the railroad.
Yeah, they generally did the waterways, the rivers, and the tributaries, and the railroad is what it started from.
And so I happen to live in Manson. And so on my abstract, it starts out, U.S. government to the state of Iowa to Iowa State Agricultural Mechanization College. And so as you check your abstracts, you may find something similar.
Well, that's interesting. I always knew, you know, land grant college, but I didn't know.
Yep.
So very good. Very good. Yeah, anybody, thanks for the presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the time.
Yes. All right, item 19 is done. Item 20, public hearing on fiscal year 2018 budget and 5-year construction program for Webster County Secondary Roads Department.
I've got extra copies. I'm Randy Will, Webster County Engineer, and I'm going to speak on the Webster County Secondary Road fiscal year 18 budget and 5-year construction program. And I have a handout here, cover memo, and the second sheet is about the revenues and expenses, and the last sheet is the follow-up of the proposed projects. But I might choose to read from the handout, and at any time anyone wants to comment, feel free to do so. But I just want to, each year, every county in Iowa is required to submit a secondary road budget and secondary road 5-year construction program to the Iowa DOT on or before April 15th. And the fiscal year 2018 Webster County secondary road budget being submitted to the DOT matches up with the secondary road budget that was part of the total county budget that the Board of Supervisors approved on March 7th. And attached, first attachment is a 1-page summary of receipts and expenditures. Total estimated revenues are almost $12,800,000, and the total estimated expenditures are $10,300,000, and that leaves about just under $2.5 million balance. And As far as the expenditures, it's endless of what we can talk about. I might just choose to highlight that it's not new knowledge, but a reminder of what's going on. A new county maintenance facility. The road department is locating its equipment repair and equipment storage facilities from the existing site along the west side of 169 South Highway 20. And we're going to 1950 225th Street on county-owned property. This is under contract with Judson Builders, and they have until December 1st, 2017 to complete. And the budget includes $520,200 to repay the loan. The plan would be the county will then sell property at Dolto Shed at 20962 40th Street, at Burnside Shed, and then the Quonset Building on South 21st Street. I guess I would anticipate it could be after the first year, and I feel comfortable about doing that. It all depends how soon we get into the facility. And then another thing that happened last November, Webster County purchased the IDOT Gallery Garage at 815 4th Street. In the near future, the road department will combine 2 employees from Calendar with 3 existing employees from Gallery, and then dispose of our existing Calendar shed at 814 Margaret Avenue and Gallery shed at 701 Walnut Street. Now, segueing into the 5-year construction program. This program includes 65 projects at a total cost of estimated cost of a little over $27 million. There are 14 road improvement projects and 51 structure replacement projects. And coincidentally, there's 12 structure replacements on paved routes. Some kind of, you know, I think you're all up to snuff on paved routes, but they age as well on paved routes as they do on gravel roads, and we need to make sure that the paved are the highest traveled roads that they have with sound and safe bridges on them. The projects are funded from a combination of state road use taxes, federal road use taxes, local option taxes, and property taxes. And I've said this many years, this is an aggressive construction program. To highlight a few near future road resurfacing projects, there's 3 asphalt resurfacing projects for May 21st. 2 are by Otho, 1 comes in east and west from 169 and then goes south from Otho to Old Highway 50. And then there's a spot-specific safety improvement project on P59 Badger Blacktop, south 150th. On next week's agenda, we'll approve the contracts documents, and the low bidder was Fort Dodge Asphalt, and that came in under the engineer's estimate. Bridge replacement projects with precast box culverts at 10:30 today, and I'm just going to remind you, it's your meeting, but the letting is a 10:30 time certain, so I'm going to handle this. But we're going to have a letting.
I'll stop you real quick there. I thought we had determined as long as it was after 10:30. What's your opinion on that?
Shooting from the hip, I'd say as long as it's after 10:30, you're fine.
I think we've done that before.
Okay. Yep. Just as long as you announce that, I think that
Okay.
clears the air.
Yeah.
Why did that now?
I think if nobody has objections, we will continue with our regular meeting and have the bid letting be
Okay.
as the last agenda. Okay.
And then at 10:30 or after, we're going to have a letting on 6 projects that will replace small bridges with large precast concrete box culverts. One of the bridges is currently closed, the other 5 are posted street constants. It'll be welcome to get those replaced. And then on May 16th, we have a letting for 2 more bridges on paved routes just outside the south and east portion of Fort Dodge. One on 210th Street and one on Caravana Avenue. And then another item that will require a little more scrutiny is the proposal to convert the bridge to an aggregate crossing. The bridge on Fairbanks Avenue over the Canadian National Railroad immediately south of 205th Street. 205th Street is narrow and posted 16 tons. The bridge is owned by Canadian National. they are responsible for all maintenance and repairs except the dredging surface. We've been, CNN doesn't have any plans to replace the bridge, but we've been, they have committed to minimum funds if we wanted to replace the bridge. So we've been talking for an extended period of time. My assistant Jamie Joel and my assistant Brian Henderson has been working on a design and trying to correspond with the Canadian National. And so in the next few months, the road department will hold a public hearing on a proposal to instead of replace the bridge, we'd like to close the bridge and then build a aggregate crossing. And the timetable for that would be before the end of construction season in 2018. So I don't know if this fallout is kind of busy, it has a lot of projects. I'd be glad to answer any questions today or anytime any citizen come in and ask about anything they want about road construction.
Randy, when you say close the bridge, are you saying remove it?
Well, that'd have to be negotiated with CNN, it's their bridge. I think what would be ideal would be to, you would no longer be able to go over the bridge and you'd have to close access to it. I think it would be best if we could work out with CNN that would remove it. And then our design is for an at-grade crossing that would be along and parallel with the railroad on the east side of the railroad crossing. So you would, Fairbanks would tap into 25th and 205th Street. And there's already a grade crossing at 205th Street. A replacement project cost is between $800,000 and $1 million. And although we don't have a firm written commitment by the CNN, they will have, minimal amount of what they're willing to commit. They've never committed to a number. But when we did a bridge on Landfill Drive, that was with CNN. They committed $50,000 to the cost of the bridge, and the bridge was substantially less than that. And they required crash wall piers and all sorts of other things. So, again, if it's the will of the people that we do something a certain way, we're going to have to continue to talk and string this thing out. The most feasible thing to do in a more workmanlike manner would be to convert to that grade crossing. And that would be less than $100,000 to do that. Time to buy right away and do the grading and rock the road and what have you. So, but I think that's for another day if you don't mind. Yeah.
All right. Anybody have questions for Randy? Anybody from the audience? If not, we will move to item 20, approve and authorize chairman to sign fiscal year 2018 budget and 5-year construction program for the Webster County Secondary Road Department.
Chairman, I make a motion to approve item.
Chairman, I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any other questions for Randy? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And 21 carries. I think for the sake of the audience, I'm going to go to citizens' opportunity to speak next. So if there's anybody in the audience that would like to address us. Are you a citizen?
I just don't have to share one of you. Lindsay Locke, Webster County Recorder. As of yesterday, we are able to process birth records from 1993 to current. We are very excited about that. Previously, it was 1995 to current. So, yes, anyone that was born in 1993, regardless of where in Iowa, we were able to help you. So, hopefully the paper on that as well. Any questions?
Thank you. All right. Anybody else? Who's next? Come on up.
Good morning, I'm Janine Nemitz, Foster Grandparent Director here in Fort Dodge and throughout Webster County. I brought 2 of my grandparents with me today, Kathleen Guyman, who serves at Barnum, and Jeanette Axis, who serves at Cooper and lives in Badger. The foster grandparent program is sponsored by the city of Fort Dodge, but I just wanted to point out that we serve throughout the county and also into Calhoun County with Manson Northwest Webster District and out at Farmville. Keith serves as a representative of this board with the foster grandparent program, and once a year throughout the country they designate the month of April as being Mayor and County Recognition Day for National Service. The foster grandparent program is part of the Corporation for National and Community Service, which is a federal grant. Some of you may be familiar with AmeriCorps programs. We're part of a branch of that called Senior Corps. And what we like to do is just come in, let you know a little bit about what we've accomplished here in Webster County. And that has been that we've been here since 1973. Last year, our foster grandparents served with children nearly 40,000 hours as tutors and mentors, working on literacy issues and life skills. Over 1,000 children benefited from one-to-one assistance from a foster grandparent. These little packets that I prepared for you include a couple samples. We like to say that our grandparents they have some superpowers, and while they wear cape or smocks or denim shirts, they don't require capes. And I would like to share that this program, in an educational way, I want to make you aware of the fact that the President's budget proposal includes elimination of the foster grandparent program nationally. And so at this point, we just would like to educate those as to what our grandparents accomplish and to the kinds of impact that they make. And so I've included in your packet some comments from teachers about the real impact that grandparents have in our community. I'll be visiting with Keith throughout the summer as our congressional delegation looks at a budget. By law, I can't advocate to keep the program. That doesn't mean I can't educate other people to do that. And so for me, it's just to be able to use this time during the month of April as a way to brag about the grandparents that we have and to be able to let you know that they are very active in our community and that they are never out and about in the community, that someone who's a complete stranger for all practical purposes hollers at them and calls them grandma. And we have one grandpa who serves as well. But there are lots of parents who wonder who their children are calling grandma or grandpa when they're out at Hy-Vee or whatever. And so it's because they develop a relationship. Kids are not afraid to make a mistake with them because these ladies don't give report cards. They're just there to give the hugs and the high fives, and they zip zippers and they wipe a lot of noses while they're there as well. And so anytime that you would like to see foster grandparents in action, I would encourage. Mark, you've had lunch with them. Meryl, you've been to a recognition event, and we'll be inviting all of you to do that again. But anytime, if you would like to know more, all they have to be is 55 years of age and be willing to commit at least 15 hours a week in our schools. And so I just thank you for the opportunity to brag on them a little bit today.
Well, great, thank you very much. It's a very beneficial from personal experience and being with schools and my kids in school. It's a very beneficial program for the kids, especially reading. They help some kids that are having a little trouble do tremendous things. So thank you very much. Anybody else from the public have anything? We have two students that we normally make speak, but we're not schools. Anybody else from the public? Let's do board reports real quick. I have two quick items, just to let the public know what we call the DHS building, the county building on First Avenue North, in the 300 block or 400 block over there. Starting the 17th, that parking lot will be closed to redo the parking lot. So anybody that uses that facility needs to know that for probably a 3-month period, you're going to need to use on-street parking. And also I went to Emergency Management Commission meeting this last week, and to show some of the things that they do, or that we do with some of the funding we get there. We approved purchasing air quality testing machines for all the fire departments in the county. So I think that's good. That will make it a lot safer for the firemen to be able to go into situations and know what the actual air quality is. So I think that was a big benefit. We were going to get the units so that even all the small, I think, there's 12 fire departments in the county, 13. So they'll each get a unit. So that's all I have.
Parking lot will be closed for 3 months.
They have till August 1st.
They're getting started.
All we can say is they have till August 1st to get the project. I would imagine it will get done quicker than that, but it is till August 1st, so. It's a big project over there. Nothing? Okay, with that said, we are basically done with the regular meeting. We're gonna go into our bid letting for bridges. You're more than welcome to stay if you wanna see us bid let on some bridges, but otherwise, thank you very much for coming.